another thing that you did along the way that I was always intrigued about was the Cleanup Man with 3 6 Mafia.
Uh-huh.
So working with them, being that they're actually very funny in person, but they're not really known for that. When you see like a hardcore Memphis crew like that, what made you comfortable or make sense out of that project?
Well, shit, they made sense out of it because they the ones picked me. They was actually Paul was actually DJ Paul was actually the first person to actually even come to me about or give me a chance to be in a movie. Clean Up Man or Choices. It was Choices too at first, and that was the first movie that anybody ever even thought about putting me in. So it was I have to give him the props, him and Paul. I mean him and Juicy J.
So
So
what did DJ Paul say to you? What was he looking for you for?
I don't know. He's just like, man, I want to put you. I want to do a movie, shoot a movie with you. And I was like, shit, I'm with it. Like, especially at that time, that was probably about 17, 18 years ago. That was a long time ago.
I know.
You know, so, I mean, I was still coming up, so at that time, I hadn't had nobody come to me because Hollywood been dead. It's just now people starting to see it, but Hollywood wasn't giving out like movies like that. So I mean, shit. So when you got somebody like in hip hop or somebody like that saying they want to shoot a movie, you was all open arms for it.
Right. And also back in this era, you were going between, using your real name and Lil Duval. What made you change uh, that evolution? What made that happen?
Because I wanted to rep my whole city without always saying it all the time. Like if I couldn't say it, it'll be in my name. So when they see me, they see us. You know, that was my whole vision with using Duval. And now, shit, I mean, Duval is bigger than everything. Now, I mean, you can't go nowhere without saying Duval, and they understand what
That's true.
feeling it inspires them to do it. Or if you hear that, you don't look at them a certain type of way, you might give them a change.
Gotcha. Okay. And then also with comic view, since that's been a big thing for a lot of comics, how did that affect your trajectory and how did you see your business change after that?
It was another step. It was another piece in the puzzle, another seed planted. Just like everything else, there's levels to, well, there was levels for me. I mean, at that time, shit, I was popping in, you know, then it's something else, then something else, then something else. It's all a snowball effect. No one thing gonna make you. I've never thought one thing was gonna make you. It just plants the seed for a whole nother group of people to fall in love with you and stick with
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, most people have normal jobs, so they got to do them every day. It's the same thing with entertainment. You just got to keep knocking it out.
you. Yeah, it sounds easy. I mean, if it was people act like consistency is easy, like everybody doing it. Shit, everybody ain't. There's very few people that's been relevant this long for this. I mean, shit, for this long, shit.
Yeah, it's very difficult to achieve.
Yeah,
So,
so I mean, that says a lot in itself. I got to be doing something right, be lasting this long, this relevant,
right.
especially even on social media. I don't know too many people that have been on social media as long as I have. That's been pissing people off this long and still around.
Right. Fair enough. And then another video that you were in that was super popular was the Ti Whatever You Like when you were at the end at the restaurant with the girl. So what with that one, what made you and Ti keep coming back to working together on all the videos?
T.I.'s my friend, and he always supported me from day one with my comedy. So if he ever seen something that he can incorporate me in, he made sure he did it, and that was one of the things. So he just incorporated me in it.
Okay. And I thought too that one, even though that's a pretty small role, the vulnerability you showed in there, because the girl is having her fantasy with Ti in her mind, and you're the one sitting there getting more or less dissed and dismissed.
Yeah, I'm not used to getting this and dismissed. Let's get that situated right there. Like that's not me. So I had to go deep and dark to find ways to get that acting out of that. And I think I pulled it off. It was hard for me.
Well, I was very impressed with it because it seemed uh, somewhat out of character. So, what did you?
Yeah, yeah, man. It was shit. Took me days and nights to practice that scene, man. It's crazy.
So, what did you pull from for it? What was it?
A lot of my friends, I got a couple friends to this day, still ain't had no pussy since that video. This nigga been dry dick for a long time. I'm wondering what's wrong. I need to hit him.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of these. So that's where I pulled from this nigga here.
Fair enough. And then once you, another thing that was big, and another big step was Scary Movie 5, of course, with a huge, bigger budget. Malcolm D. Lee directed it, and then your Erica Ash's brother, of course, but then you're in there with a lot of big white actors, and you have a big budget, and you have a super established director in Hollywood. So, what difference did you see that compared to the other films you've been doing?
Man, I don't remember, man. That was a 2-second roll. I don't remember. I'm old, bro. I've been in this game for 21 years. You asked me about shit 10 years ago.
Right.
Let's speed up to the end. To just by speed up to Smile Bitch. Just all the way to Smile Bitch. And let's get this shit. Come on. We just slow balling. Don't know about everything you asked about these kids. All of them was kids. Let's speed up to Smile Bitch.
All right, so tell me about Smile Bitch. What makes that so special to you?
Because that was a gift from God to the world. And he just used me as a vessel to send that spirit out there.
Fair enough. Now, with Smile Bitch, with Sexy, with Call My Ex, how do you balance making something funny? Because everybody's so sensitive now, it seems more than ever. So, how do you kind of walk that line with not potentially offending too many people, but still having a good.
I mean, I think music is probably the last place where you can get away with putting stuff in without people getting offended, as long as it's melodically good. So I think that's probably the way I get my point across through it. And most of my music is just vibe music. You know, it's ecosystem music. I try to put stuff that I think people need in the ecosystem. All of my music is. So at the end of the day, it's all feel good. Even if you don't feel what it's saying, you still gonna vibe to it.
Yeah, because look,
coming from a genuine place.
yeah, because Living My Best Life is a prime example of that, of course. So, with that song in particular, how did you see people's reaction to you change, given that you've been putting in so much work?
I mean, what you say? How did I see their reaction change?
Yeah, because that one, the lyrics are what they are, but I think overall, most people, when they heard it, felt good. It was a good.
Yeah, and that's what it was supposed to do. You know, I mean, when certain stuff like that is bigger than you, so you just let it do what it do. So I mean, if everything if it brought joy to you, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. Everybody's going, that means capture the moment of time. No matter, every time you hear it, it's going to be nostalgia for the rest of eternity, even after I'm gone. So at the end of the day, I'm here forever.
Right.
It's just for that.
Yeah. And one thing about a lot of your music too, and your comedy, is you're not afraid to make fun of yourself or point out some of your own shortcomings. So,
Yeah.
what makes you comfortable to do that?
Because I'm not insecure in nothing. I mean, I feel like if you can't talk about it, you ain't over it yet. So I can talk about things, and I'm not embarrassed by nothing. You can't embarrass me like that. I mean, plus I'm from Florida, so we have tougher skin than the average person. So it's kind of hard to, I don't even be knowing when people be trying to hurt my feelings until somebody else say it or something.
Hmm. Why do you think people from Florida have thick skin?
How we were raised, I guess. We're used to talking a little rougher to each other than, from what I've seen, than the average. than the average American, I guess.
Fair enough. Okay. So then, what's coming up now that you want to talk about or that's interesting you?
Just me being me, man. That's all I've been from day one. Like I say, I plant seeds and then what grows, grows, and that's what I flourish from. So that's all I do in life. The journey of Lil Duval.
There you go.
Learn, live life through watching me live life.
Okay. And speaking of that, living my best life comedy special that's out now, everybody should support. Well, with doing your own stand-up films and releasing it through Vimeo and stuff, what made you want to explore that business side of things?
Independent wise, I mean, that's all I've been doing most of my career. So that's pretty much all I know, you know. I ain't independent because I want to be. I'm independent because shit. That's what I'm used to doing. So that's what I keep doing until somebody give me what I think my worth is. I'm gonna stay like I am, you know. I'm doing pretty good.
Yes, you are. Okay. Well, anything else you want to add before we bounce?
No, just always know there's people with less than you that's happier than you. People that's going through a lot more than you that's happening to you. So ain't nothing to trip off of. That's it.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Yo MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.